Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I apologize for the delay. We pushed the live back 5 minutes. I had to get myself a cup of tea here because I don't want to be coughing all throughout this live. So I said, let me get myself some nice little tea while we get into this roast. Make sure y'all tap in, man. Let me know where y'all are coming in from. I see we got Houston in the building. We got Vancouver in the building. Atlanta, shout out to Ghost 100 as always. My brother, I'm trying everything, man. I forgot the tea that I got. That's what I'm trying right now. Jamaica in the building, Texas in the building, Boston in the building, South Central LA, what up? Trinidad and Tobago, Puerto Rico, South Carolina, Phoenix, Houston again, what up? New York City, feeling like see you, Barbados, Chicago was good, Pittsburgh, Jersey, Trinidad, UK, New Orleans, DC, Crete, Greece, Birmingham, Alabama, what up? Brooklyn in the building, what up? He said Antarctica. Australia, Queens, Boogie Down Bronx, what up? What's up, son? Philly in the building. Let's give it like another 40, 30 seconds and we're going to get into this story, man. Welcome from Belgium. Shout out to Belgium. Merlin, shout out to Merlin. Chicago, Rochester, New York, Nairobi represent. Oakland, shout out to Oakland, man. Texas, Switzerland. Okay. So, folks, we're going to do what I like to call a bootleg live. Okay. This is a bootleg live because we got so much content dropping a little bit later today so that we couldn't edit a video and put it together. We got so much content in the pipeline. So I said, we're just going to have to do it the way we're going to do it. Right? We're going to have to do it the way we're going to do it. Shout out to the Bronx and Mississippi. So, y'all know that I have been saying that the Lakers have a serious problem. Y'all know this. I said, he said mosquitoes in the house. I'm not even going to get into that story with y'all. But y'all know that I said, when LeBron returns to this team, he may destroy it. We said this. The Lakers were looking good. They were a better defensive team. No one is saying they were championship contenders, but they certainly look a lot better than they do now. Then LeBron comes, and then all of a sudden, in the first 2 or 3 games, he looked like he was getting ready to play the role of the third option. That's what he looked like. And then you started to see him increase his shot attempts. Then you see Max Kellerman and Rich Paul do a show where Rich Paul said the Lakers are not a championship team, where they're talking about the idea of Austin Reeves coming off the bench. Max Kellerman is calling Austin Reeves one of the best 2 guards in the NBA. Rich Paul is like, no, if he was one of the best 2 guards, he would be on the Olympics team. And they start talking about embracing the role of manager. And I'm like, yo, what is going on here? Then we're watching games in which the Lakers are losing to opponents. And you see LeBron on the sideline laughing with the opponents. And I said to myself, what is going on here? Well, it looks like now that after that Laker game last night, and I want to show y'all a video. Hopefully I don't get a copyright. This is from, matter of fact, I don't want to play because I don't want to get a copyright. But anyway, there was a play in that fourth quarter, early in the fourth, where the Lakers were down, I think, 15 or 17 points. They're trying to make a comeback. LeBron, instead of getting back on defense because he thought he got fouled, he stayed on the other side of the court arguing with the referee. Well, it looks like one of LeBron's longtime friends, Kendrick Perkins, who is known to twerk it up for LeBron whenever he can, just went on ESPN, and I'm going to show y'all the video of him saying that it's time for the Lakers to trade LeBron James and move him off the team because he feels like LeBron is pouting. He doesn't want to be there. And he's giving a lackluster effort. Let me play the video for y'all right now. Let me play this for y'all because I have to record it on my phone. Let me show it to y'all.
Very charged words.
All right.
Your reaction to those very charged words from JJ
Oh,
Redick.
second.
And look, I don't like him again.
Let me lower the brightness on my phone. All right,
Like him again. And it's something that JJ Redick is going to have to work on because right now, when you talk about, guys not competing at a high level, when you talk about your team not doing the little things that doesn't show up in the stat sheet, that's a reflection on you as a head coach. That means that you don't have the ears of that locker room. That means you don't have the attention of that locker room, and that's a problem. It's something that's not, it's a message from you that's not getting delivered. But here's the bigger thing, right? He wasn't having these conversations earlier in the season when LeBron James was out. He's having those conversations now. Why do I bring it up? Watching that game last night, and I was a teammate with LeBron James, grew up playing against him, played with him in AAU, McDonald's All-American. I know this man. When he's not engaged or he feels some type of way, his body, it speaks in his body language. Last night, his body language was awful. He was not engaged. He was pouting. He was moping. He was walking up and down the damn floor. He was complaining. And I just think we're to this point. What LeBron and the Lakers their relationship has run its course. And they need to figure out a solution. And the solution is not him being in the Los Angeles Lakers uniform. I know LeBron James is old, but he knows that this roster is not built. He has went to 10, 15 NBA finals. He knows that this roster don't have enough. Hell, Rich Paul just said it on his podcast that the Lakers are not legit title contenders. Rich Paul is LeBron James' agent. So they both feel that way. I just feel like right now they got to have a coming to Jesus meeting, more so than what's next for us, the Lakers and LeBron James, more than anything.
Your reaction to those.
Did y'all hear what Kendrick Perkins just said? Did y'all hear what Kendrick Perkins just said? He said that he has been a teammate with LeBron. He has known him all his life. He's played with him, played against him. And one thing he can tell by looking at him, based off of the fact that he knows him, is that his body language is saying he is not happy. He's not happy, and it's showing. So the question we have to ask ourselves is this. Shout out to the 700 people in the chat. Why would LeBron be unhappy? Why would he be unhappy? What is going on the team that will cause him to be unhappy? Could it be the same thing that's making him unhappy now is what made him unhappy at the beginning of the season? You remember the first game the Lakers played this season at home? Who was on the floor, on the bench? Was it not him? Didn't LeBron look pissed off that entire game? He never cheered for the Lakers. He never joined the huddle. He just sat there pouting the entire game. And people started to notice, like, yo, why is dude looking so pissed off? It's opening night, and he looks so angry. I'm going to tell you why. The reason LeBron is unhappy, number one, is because the Lakers didn't give him a contract extension. I think we're not spending enough time talking about that and the ripple effects of them not giving him an extension. For the new people that came in, I'm gonna play what Kendrick Perkins said in a few minutes. I just want to finish off my thought. The reason he's unhappy is because they didn't extend him. Why would he be unhappy? Number one, LeBron is saying to himself, last year I made an all-NBA second team. I just sat back and watched James Harden get a new deal with the Clippers, and he made an All-NBA team, I think, and made an All-Star team. So the Clippers gave Harden an extension, and I think he made third All-NBA last year. I made the second team, and I'm not getting an extension? That's the first thing. So the first shoe to drop because he was pissed off was what? You remember when the Lakers were playing against the Mavericks in Summer League? And Bronny was supposed to be playing against Cooper Flag and all of y'all remember that? You remember when in Vegas? You remember when the ESPN reporter went to LeBron to ask him, about the Lakers and all of that? What did LeBron tell the reporter that the reporter said on TV? He said, I have nothing to say. The reporter said LeBron told him, I have nothing to say. Then, about a day or maybe that same night or the next day, whatever, we got a message from Dave McMenamin saying what? That 4 teams are interested in trading for. Follow the timeline because it's going to explain what Kendrick Perkins is talking about here. He said 4 teams were interested in trading for him. The Clippers, the Warriors, the Mavericks, and the Cavaliers. But then you have a problem. Why? The Cavaliers, they're already in the second apron. So they're going to trade LeBron, who's earning $52 million. How are they going to do that? The Clippers, they wanted expiring contracts. The Warriors, unless they're going to trade Jimmy Butler, I didn't see that. So you had all of those scenarios. And then I think the Lakers said, not the Clippers, the Lakers said, we are only trading for expiring contracts. Then what happened after that? His social media post on his Instagram where he posted a picture of himself working out. Let me see if I can go to his Instagram and pull it up. Just give me a second. Because maybe some people are unaware of this. Maybe some people didn't watch the show. So just to be thorough, let me see if I can find the post for y'all. Give me a second. LeBron doesn't post that much, so I don't think it. Okay, here it is. Wait. Unless he took. Oh. Then this happened, and this was on what? July 31st. Look at this. Y'all remember this post? Do y'all remember this post? On July 31st, going into August, LeBron posted this as his first picture on his slide. This is what he posted. Then the next slide was him practicing in the Clippers thing. Then you had the other one. You even have videos. And I said to myself, the guy who has been the face of the Lakers for all these years, you're posting a workout of you with the Clippers logo in the background? In the background. Is this what we doing? Is this what we doing? What's next? The game going drive up the Crenshaw Boulevard and start taking selfies? Like, I'm confused. Game going to pull up to one of them Crip neighborhoods in LA and start doing selfies? Is that what's next? Is that what's next? So he does that. A lot of the Laker fans see that, and Laker former players like Byron Scott and others spoke about it and said, yo, that wasn't a good look. That wasn't a good look. Then what happened? Training camp came. First day of training camp, we found out LeBron is not going to training camp. Then we see him go to Kai Sinet's house, and he's there dancing and shooting basketball. Then we heard he's going to miss the whole preseason. Then we heard he's going to miss the season. And then he finally comes back, and the thing that he had hoped to happen didn't happen, which was the team would be losing. I'm going to come back and save the day. But that's not what happened. Reeves was turning into an all-star. The Lakers were the Beach Boys and all of that. They were playing pretty well. LeBron comes back, and now he's the odd man out. Because now he has to take the role of the third wheel. It's already bad he didn't want to be the second wheel to Luka. Now he was going to be the third wheel. And then what happened? He started showing out. He started disrespecting the coaching staff, like laughing on the sideline with the team. Then there was the game against the Phoenix Suns. Every team in the NBA has a guy that they know is going to shoot a technical free throw. LeBron walks up to the free throw line, which I think, I think it was Reeves or Luka was supposed to shoot it. He walks up and he just shoots the shot himself, which was to say, I'm still LeBron James and I'm not following no rules. I'm not following no rule. That was a power play to basically say, I'm still LeBron James. Then we find out in the summer that the Lakers were making decisions without telling him. They sold the team without telling him. And now Kendrick Perkins is saying this. Let me play it for y'all. For the new people that just came into the live. Let me play it for y'all.
Your reaction to those very charged words.
This just happened on ESPN.
And look, I don't like him again. And it's something that JJ Redick is going to have to work on, because right now, when you talk about, guys not competing at a high level, when you talk about your team not doing the little things that doesn't show up in the stat sheet, that's a reflection on you as a head coach. That means that you don't have the ears of that locker room. That means you don't have the attention of that locker room, and that's a problem. It's something that's not, it's a message from you that's not getting delivered. But here's the bigger thing, right? He wasn't having these conversations early in the season when LeBron James was out. He's having those conversations now. Why do I bring it up? Watching that game last night, and I was a teammate with LeBron James, grew up playing against him, played with him at AAU, McDonald's All-American. I know this man. When he's not engaged or he feels some type of way, it speaks in his body language. Last night, his body language was awful. He was not engaged. He was pouting. He was moping. He was walking up and down the damn floor. He was complaining. And I just think we're to this point. Well, LeBron and the Lakers their relationship has run its course. And they need to figure out a solution. And the solution is not him being in the Los Angeles Lakers uniform. I know LeBron James is old, but he knows that this roster is not built. He has went to 10, 15 NBA finals. He knows that this roster don't have enough. Hell, Rich Paul just said it on his podcast that the Lakers are not legit title contenders. Rich Paul is LeBron James' agent. So they both feel that way. I just feel like right now they got.
So you heard what he had to say. Now, I also want to say something. Ryan Clark also said at the end of that clip, but I didn't record it. He called out LeBron through Rich Paul. Ryan Clark said, Rich Paul saying no stuff about the Lakers he's basically using Rich Paul as a roundabout way to say what he thinks about the Lakers through his agent. That's what Ryan Clark said at the end of that clip that I didn't play for y'all. Let's look at the big picture, guys. Let's look at the big picture. I don't know who of you have been following this channel since the summer, but I think some of you are here will remember. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember. Didn't I say that there's a possibility that this guy may not go quietly? If you remember me saying that in the summertime, this summer, please put a 1 in the chat. Didn't I say early this summer that there's a real possibility that this guy will not go quietly? And what you're seeing right now is LeBron, he's going to ruin this team if he can. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be there. Why? Let me explain to y'all. According to reports, he is building $100 million property in LA. I don't know the area. But according to multiple reports, Skip Bayless has said it, Stephen A. Smith has said it, I think somebody else has said it. There's even been footage of him, the land that they're buying, whatever. The man is building $100 million home in LA. Appreciate the super chat. What does that mean? It means that he plans on being there for the long term. So in LeBron's mind, what I think he had in mind, and I could be wrong, I don't know him. He thought, I'll probably play for the Lakers for another 2 or 3 years while I collect my $50 million checks every year, because I am building a house. Not saying he doesn't have any money, but hey, who wants to touch their stash when you can use your current cash flow to pay for something? Nobody wants to go into their savings, right? You'd rather use the money you're getting now than use your savings. So he probably planned it out that I'm going to keep playing. I'll keep playing with Bronny. Maybe there's a possibility I'll play with Bryce. And then I'll build my house. And in about 2 or 3 years, or when I decide, I will now let the team know that I'm ready to retire. And then you guys will give me my farewell tour. But what happened? Something happened this summer. The Lakers sold the team to, I believe, Mark Walter, if I'm not mistaken, the new ownership. The same ownership of the Dodgers and all of them. He sold the team. They sold the team for $10 billion. And the new ownership said, immediately, we are not extending LeBron's contract. There will be no contract extension beyond this season. And that sent trust me, it sent a jolt through his system. Because now he went from thinking, I'm going to be here, retire here, and go on and live my merry life, to they're not extending me. So if I want to retire, I have to retire right now. I don't think people realize how devastating of a move that was. So he now had to make a decision. It's either I retire right now on their terms, not my terms, because I wanted an extension, which they didn't give to me. And LeBron said, you know what? Not only am I not retiring now, I'm going to opt in and take the $52 million from you guys, right? I'm going to miss all of training camp. I'm going to miss all of preseason. I'm going to show up when I'm ready to show up. When we're playing the weakest teams in the West, the Utah Jazz. Then, as the season progresses, I'm going to not give effort. If I decide to go laugh with an opposing team in the middle of a game, I will do that. If I decide in a late game situation that I want to shoot the technical foul, although it's not my job to take the shot, I'll do it. I'm not going to play defense, and I'm just going to do what I'm going to do, and you guys are going to pay me. That's what I'm going to do. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. And that is what you're witnessing. This is exactly what you're witnessing. You are witnessing a rebellion. But now, Kendrick Perkins, a person that knows and plays with it, said he's looking at his body language, his countenance, and saying, this guy doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't. Now, here's the kicker. Let me tell you how else the Lakers screwed LeBron. I'll play the Kendrick video in a few moments. I want to finish my thoughts. Let me tell y'all how else they screwed him. And this is the part where it's almost like karma. Do y'all remember when Russell Westbrook came to the Lakers? When Russell Westbrook came to the Lakers, he was a max player. Russell Westbrook's last year on the Lakers, he got paid $44 million from his previous contract. But his reputation was so tarnished and so destroyed after playing 1.5 seasons with LeBron James. It's all it took. All it took was 1.5 seasons playing with LeBron from being a max player, a guy that averaged a triple-double, 20-something, 11 and 11 the year before he got to the Lakers, to a guy now accepting a minimum, a veteran minimum contract. Now, here's the kicker. If LeBron took the money, right, which he opted in, which means the Lakers are going to pay him, whether he decides to go home, whether they decide to send him, what they're going to pay him. If LeBron then said midseason, you know what, I want to go to Cleveland, right? Cleveland can't have him unless he gets bought out and accepts what? A veteran minimum contract. So LeBron, if he wanted to go to Cleveland this season, he would have to take a veteran minimum. And guess what happens? The moment the league sees you're willing to play for the vet minimum, you will never get a max contract again. Ever. Number one. Number two, what do you think the market is out there for 41-year-old? What team in the NBA is willing to pay max dollars to a 40-year-old at this point in their team's career? What team that wants to win a championship? There is no team. You guys don't realize how much the Lakers screwed LeBron. The one decision to say we're not has ruined everything. Because even if he wanted to go back to Cleveland, he would have to go as a free agent. Cleveland cannot pay him max money. They can't. They're already under the second apron. And one of the rules is when you have two max players on your team, you cannot have a third one. So you have Cleveland. What about the Dallas Mavericks? Dallas ain't going to trade for him. The Clippers, maybe. But you're going to what? Swap Kawhi Leonard for LeBron? Maybe. Who knows? But it doesn't matter because once the season is over, you can't trade a player that's contract is already expired. He will no longer be a Laker. He will no longer be a Laker. Let me read this comment. Bronny is helping LeBron build his $100 million home on the court. Brick by appreciate the super chat. So the Lakers screwed him. And he's out for blood. So if it means his agent going out there and saying the Lakers are not a championship organization, so be it. If it means him laughing with opponents during a game, so be it. And I'm going to get to JJ Redick in a second. Let me play the sound for the new people that just came into the live because I think some people haven't seen it. Let me play the sound for y'all.
Your reaction to those very charged words from JJ Redick?
And look, I don't like him again. And it's something that JJ Redick is going to have to work on because right now, when you talk about, guys not competing at a high level, when you talk about your team not doing the little things that doesn't show up in the stat sheet, that's a reflection on you as a head coach. That means that you don't have the ears of that locker room. That means you don't have the attention of that locker room, and that's a problem. It's something it's a message from you that's not getting delivered. But here's the bigger thing, right? He wasn't having these conversations early in the season when LeBron James was out. He's having those conversations now. Why do I bring it up? Watching that game last night, and I was a teammate with LeBron James, grew up playing against him, played with him in AAU, McDonald's All-American. I know this man. When he's not engaged or he feels some type of way, His body, it speaks in his body language. Last night, his body language was awful. He was not engaged. He was pouting. He was moping. He was walking up and down the damn floor. He was complaining. And I just think we're to this point. What LeBron and the Lakers their relationship has run its course. And they need to figure out a solution. And the solution is not him being in the Los Angeles Lakers uniform. I know LeBron James is old, but he knows that this roster is not built. He has went to 10, 15 NBA finals. He knows that this roster don't have enough. Hell, Rich Paul just said it on his podcast that the Lakers are not legit title contenders. Rich Paul is LeBron James' agent. So they both feel that way. I just feel like right now they got to have a coming to Jesus meeting, more so than what's next for us, the Lakers and LeBron James, more than anything.
Your reaction.
You heard it. You heard Kendrick Perkins. Let me read the super chat. He said, Dave never gave any name. I'm not going to go through this. I read this over the summertime. I'm not going to hunt down the post. I read it this summer. I showed it on live. It was via Dave McMenamin. I'm not going to go through this again. I don't remember where the post is. I think I saw it on Bleacher Report, and I'm not going to go through that again. Another viewer said, LeBron is totally messing up this team. Rest assured, he is willing to take out JJ Redick too. JJ needs to sit LeBron and go back to Reeves alone inside Luka. Marcus Smart was great. Appreciate the thank you for bringing this up because now I want to get to JJ Redick. And we got some videos dropping later today. Please be on the lookout for that. Let's talk about JJ Redick for a moment here. JJ Redick is at a crossroads in his early NBA career. If JJ Redick is not careful, LeBron will get him fired this season. Let me repeat. If JJ Redick is not careful, LeBron will get him fired this season. And I mean that. Do you know why? Because JJ is about to find something out that a lot of LeBron's former teammates and coaches figured out. Do you know what that is? Every man for themselves and God for us all. LeBron is defending nobody. The only person I have seen him defend publicly is Bronny James. That's the only person I have seen him defend. He didn't defend Frank Vogel. He didn't defend Darvin Ham. He didn't defend Kyrie Irving. He didn't defend Kevin Love. He didn't defend Russell Westbrook. He didn't defend Anthony Davis. And he's not going to defend JJ. If JJ is sitting in the hot seat, he will sit there in the hot seat. And JJ now needs to make a decision to gain respect from his other players in the locker room. JJ needs to call out two specific players. Player one is LeBron James. Player two is Luka Doncic. And do you know what? Even if he doesn't really want to call out Luka so it doesn't look like you're just singling out LeBron James, but you need to call out LeBron specifically. Because he's the one exhibiting the bad behavior. He needs to. Otherwise, he will lose this team. Bro, man, stop wasting my time with this nonsense, man. What are you talking about, this Scooby? I already explained this thing to you. Whenever we go live, I always show the audience the picture of what I'm talking about. Don't come up here and waste my time, man. You're just lucky I don't have the energy to scroll through. Matter of fact, can you check? Matter of fact, let me see. Let me just see this. Dave McMenamin, LeBron James, 4 teams. I don't have time for this nonsense. Interested. Let me see if I can find it. I really don't have time for this nonsense, but I can't find the let me see. Anybody got? When was this? No, there are too many posts on. Okay, let me see. This was back in July. It was in July. If somebody can find it, please put it in the chat. I can't remember. Let me see. 4 teams are interested. Let me just see this here. 4 agents. 4 teams call. Yeah, here we go. 4 teams call. Okay, you jackass. Let me put it for you here. You damn windbag. What does it say right here? Please go through this article and stop wasting people's time with your nonsense. Go through this article. What does it say